think it's important, especially in a time like what we're dealing with now, just with a lot of things going on. Obviously, the season hasn't gone well, and just trying to finish strong. Like that's that's a reason when you're a leader, you got to step up, and when it's not easy. So I've been proud of the whole group, guys that are captains, guys that aren't captains. The leadership of the locker room has been really good. We had one of our best practices today, so that's been cool to see that. See us go unfazed through all the ups and downs this year. So I'm proud of those guys, but it's critical right now, this last stretch. You got to finish with some momentum. You got to feel good about where you're at the end of the season. Going into the off season, we need a little bit of momentum. So we're just trying to build on that.
Do you feel like you've kind of grown as a leader, maybe found your voice, just compared back to week one?
For sure, yeah, for sure. I feel like I've had to a little bit. Obviously, as the quarterback, people look to you, especially offensively and just in the team. And we have a lot of leaders, but still, being the quarterback, it's important to be outspoken and say what you believe, say what you think, what's on your mind. And I've learned how to do that more, and also just how to navigate different obstacles. So it's been a year where I've grown a lot for sure.
When you've never been through the losing like this and then all the other stuff off the field and all the drama and all that, how do you know how to get through it? Like, what are you relying on, or who are you relying on to kind of get through it?
My teammates, honestly. I mean, that's why there's a lot of people in this building and outside, like the fans and staff, all those people. But why you really play is for the guy next to you. That's why you play. That's why you want to come to work, and that's why I love coming to work every day. You get to be with those guys and try to build something special, and that doesn't change just if it's not going well. That's still the most important thing. And I had a lot of talks today. Is like that's one thing I'm proud of is how, like I said, we've handled it. And just to see, have those conversations with the guys. We're on the same page. Like, let's just go play. Like, let's play for the guy beside you. And that's just it's more important now than ever. And the guys have done a great job. But that's definitely big motivation for me. There's a lot of guys that have been through a struggle here the last few years, and to see how this year has gone, it motivates me a lot just to finish strong and to try to get this thing going in the right direction before we head out of here for the off season. So I got a lot of motivation. I know a lot of the guys in the locker room do too.
When you need to vent, because I'm assuming everybody needs to vent at times, is that a teammate? Is that someone else? A parent? Your wife? I mean, who do you?
Yeah. It can be all those different things. Obviously my wife is someone I obviously talk to every day, talk about everything. And then teammates, like that's obviously a different dynamic because it's people that are in the building. You experience the same thing every day. And just being able to talk, and we have really good dialogue and communication within our locker room. And, guys like Marvin, who's just in here, like he's a guy that, we sit by each other on all the plane rides to away games, and just we have a bunch of conversations. And he's got an interesting perspective. This is his 10th year, and just kind of hearing everything he's been through, and he'll tell me, just all the ups and downs. He's had a long career, and just it's kept him steady. And I've learned a lot from him, and just a bunch of guys like that though that have a good outlook. Guys that have been here for a while, that have kind of been through the ups and downs here too. You kind of see a guy like Brandon Linder or Tyler Shatley. Those guys, just how they approach every day, always the same, because they know it can. You can't get too high, you can't get too low, because you never know what the next day brings, and they just always have the same attitude. So I've learned a lot from those guys, and obviously that's what I try to. That's how I try to live as well. So it's been cool for us all to get together.
You said a few moments ago that it's important as a quarterback to be outspoken. Now, when you're talking about being outspoken, you're talking about with coaches and teammates, not necessarily in the media. Is that, am I?
Yeah. I mean, you just. You guys are great, but I think you guys are great, but I'm not very old, but I've learned a few things in dealing with the media over my time, and just I think you got to be wise, and you can't ever take things back that you say, especially publicly. So I've kind of learned that, luckily not the hard way, just from watching other people throughout my career, and that's just something I've always been cautious of. But yeah, exactly like you said, within the team, coaches, locker room, players, you gotta speak your mind.
Well, the reason I brought that up is last week you mentioned what you did about James Robinson. Felt like it was important to voice your opinion on it. That was new territory for you with us. I mean, and so is that maybe another sign that getting a little bit more comfortable now? I know I'm the quarterback. Sometimes I just may have to say things publicly that maybe you wouldn't do. You don't make a habit of it, but it seems like that was a special instance for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think when obviously there's been a lot of drama, like whatever has caused everything, who even knows at this point. But there's been a lot of drama, and for me, I think it's important to be truthful. But with that, like I said, you can't say everything that's on your mind. You have to have a filter, and you got to be careful. And I have a lot of appreciation for all those guys in there that have been working to try to get this thing right, and it hasn't been easy. So I have a lot of appreciation for the players, for the coaches, for everybody. Amy has been great. I mean, she's had a tough job, so she's awesome. But no, so I understand that, but I also think with you guys, I mean, you guys do a tough job too, and to just be honest, I think is important. Obviously, you can't, like I said, always say exactly what's on your mind, but the truth is in there somewhere, always with me. So that's what I try to do.
Is this more drama than you've ever experienced in a football season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't had a long career, so you can maybe ask Marvin or Brandon or some of those other guys. You'd probably get a better answer. But in the first year, obviously things went pretty smooth for me at Clemson, so definitely the most drama. But hey, I've gotten better in a lot of ways from this as a leader, as a person. I've grown a lot, so I don't ever have any regrets or you don't look back and wish anything different.
What is it like dealing with that? That's what you said, the drama. What is it like to deal with that?
I mean, you do what you can do, and that's just keep going every day. You try to get better. Like I said before, you play for those guys in there that are everybody's working as hard as they can to do everything they can to right the ship, and you just keep plugging away, keep being the same person. I think that's, in the long run, that ultimately wins. Just being the same, and just consistency. I think I've always believed in that.
Do you think that has to change? We done heard drama 3 times this week. Do you think that have to change in order for you guys to get to where you want to get to starting next season? That you can't have drama.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Wins, that don't correlate.
Yeah, I mean you're always going to have some form of drama. I've learned that even just the NFL is just more drama in general than college, no matter where you're at. But you're right. I mean, there's been a lot, and yeah, to your point, I do think that has to change, and that's something that we need to work on for sure. So you can't always be in the headlines. You just gotta go play football, and that's where we're trying to get. And I have no doubt we'll get there, but for sure.
I'm curious with interceptions, with the fear of, okay, your interception ratio, the fear of making a mistake. Do you have that, or is there a moment of, lack of a better term, screw it, I got to do this, I got to take a chance?
Yeah, I think you saw towards the end of the game a little frustration, which, like I said, I was frustrated with that I responded that way towards the end of the game, putting the ball in harm's way, and I didn't like that. So looking back at the tape, just learning from it, but going forward, you can't be hesitant, and that's something that you do have to continue to bring yourself back, because it's easy to you throw 4 picks. It's easy to kind of get a little trigger shy and not want to let it go. But even today in practice, keep telling myself, just keep letting it rip. Go play my game. Obviously, you got to be smart, and I know how to do that. I've shown, through that middle stretch of the season that I can take care of the ball, but obviously, you just got to keep being consistent with that, and got to get back to that. But also, we got to make some plays, and I'm excited. I think we made some big steps in the right direction last week. Some plays downfield that was cool to see Marvin and Tread and some of those other guys make plays on the ball.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you all.